what is your favorite snow level / game with snow in it that makes you think like snow time or wintry? It doesn't necessarily have to hark, sensations of winter, but a game that has snow, or like I said, if it's an individual snow level, there's probably way more examples than the ones I've written down, because I just kind of want us to talk through them and see if we like or don't like them, and just talk about some of our favorites. Jim, I'll give you a minute.
Oh, Brian, real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick, Monarchs Fan 90 on Twitch just said he never played Killer Instinct, so
okay.
Hey, at least there's that. It's definitely one to check out if you get the opportunity to.
And quite honestly, if you didn't grow up with it, chances are, unless you emulate or want to spend a lot on, buying it, you're not going to ever play it. So it's understandable. And thanks for watching, by the way, bud. So yeah, Jim, I'm going to give you a minute because I know you probably haven't thought a ton about this, and I have a lot of snow levels of myself. But snow levels kind of fall in that same category to me as water levels, where they usually tend to be a little bit of the harder section of a game. And sometimes people might dread it and be like, oh, Jesus Christ, now I'm going to have to trudge through snow or do this or do that. It's something I actually fairly enjoy in levels because it usually breaks up the monotony of whatever the rest of the game is. But some early examples that I think everyone knows are things like the Mega Man X Chill Penguin Zone. That's a really cool level. And like any winter ice level, there's like sections of ice where you slide around. That's one that always stood out to me because of the Mega Man series. I felt like even though each level is unique to a degree, a lot of them tend to just be like, oh, kind of just robotic, whatever. And that one was one of the major like weather altering stages. So I always really liked that. Another one is Sonic the Hedgehog 3 with the Ice Cap Zone. And
oh yeah,
I might be... Is that where you start off on the snowboard?
Yes, at least one of the stages you start with that.
I think it's that one. I loved it, honestly, just because of that. Like, you already got Sonic, who's fucking balls fast. It was always hilarious to me. Like, he's going to start off on a snowboard. I like how they handled that, and it was a cool little twist on it. Like, it made you feel like, oh, you're doing something different with Sonic. You really weren't, but it just had a different aesthetic, and I appreciate that.
Right, it's all about the attitude.
Yeah, because snowboarding in the 90s was like that, and skateboarding were the things you had to do to be cool.
Blast processing.
Damn it, Jim. Then the next one, and Jim, this is one I know you probably know very well, which is the Star Wars Shadow of the Empire, the Hoth level. Really, this could be applied to any single Star Wars game who has that section. I think that's just probably one of the earlier, more famous ones. There's not much to say about it. If you love the Hoth section,
oh god, they're so
movies, good. Then you probably loved it in the game. So,
and the multiple ones from the Rogue Squadron series, and there's even like a more ice planety level in Star Wars Starfighter, which for us PlayStation players we didn't get Rogue Squadron, so that's actually a fun one. It isn't about killing AT-ATs, you're hunting down freighters, but that was always one of my favorite levels in that game.
Okay. Yeah.
Go on.
The next one, I'll stick with just kind of levels right now. Banjo-Kazooie, the Freezy Peak. That game in general, like, every level is so unique. But that was just another one, just showed off winter. And when you play, you're like, oh, yeah, snow. So, just wanted to mention it. I don't think you played Banjo-Kazooie, right, Jim?
I rented it. I almost beat it one weekend, but I do remember vaguely that level.
Okay. From one of the more popular games I'll mention, it would be Mario 64 and the Cool Mountain.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Everyone seems to love that, and especially dropping the little baby penguin off the cliff. I know it's a thing. Obviously, there's plenty about that game to talk about and love, but I think of snow levels in games, that one probably gets referenced the most as people's favorite. And this is just like obscure looking at shit on the internet, what people seem to really love.
And also probably one of my favorite level themes from video games is the race music when you're going against the... I mean, they use it throughout the game, but when you're racing the big penguin down that ice slide, oh my god. Gives me chills. It gives me happy chills. Love that song.
As you can see by Jim's freak out, he's a perfect example. Yeah, that is a very loved level, and for good reason. So that's just levels. I just kind of want to mention, with winter coming up, maybe you're someone like us who likes to talk about what's a game that makes you think of horror games during October. Well, for December, you want to go winter. Now, games that are all about snow or like completely set in winter, I have three main ones that are my kind of go-to when I think of winter. These are the games I go to. Excuse me. The first, and to me probably the most obvious, it's kind of a cop-out because it's not the entire game, but Skyrim. When you're in the mountains, and especially the Throw of the World, and just that whole setting of Skyrim, the whole thing is mountains and snow and this and that. So when I think winter, that's kind of my go-to. It captures everything you need to. So I don't think there's anything I really need to say about that. The next the next two are very new games. The first being Rise of the Tomb Raider, which if you've played the new Tomb Raider or this one, then you know they are amazing games. But that one, once again, those two new Tomb Raider games, they really capture the danger of a weather or the hazards of it. And when it comes to snow, there's not a game that I think has more treacherous terrain than that when it comes to a wintry mix, if that makes any sense. And then me being the horror freak that I am, of course, I can't go without mentioning Until Dawn, which since getting my PS4, that was the first game I got, and I played it immediately, straight through, set in the winter, and you're in a log cabin. I don't want to give away more of the plot of it, but if you've played it, you probably know what happens. But that game, man, the isolation of the winter with the cabin, it's just perfect. And I would actually be sitting here playing that game and be like, damn, I'm getting a little cold. Just I don't know. They did a great job with that game. So those are kind of my winter games and winter levels I want to mention. Is there any that you can think of, Jim?
Yeah, actually, I've been able to think of a few. Before I get into them, though, Monarch, again, on Twitch says, Mario Kart Double Dash, Sherbertland. Have you ever played Double Dash?
No, but I actually, while doing this list, I was going to mention just any of the Mario Karts with any... I don't think there's a single Mario Kart that doesn't have some kind of snow level. But yeah, specifically Double Dash, no, I didn't do that.
Yeah, any snow level, it's always slippery and tricky. It's definitely a hard one. He is right about that, but Double Dash is kind of an underrated game. It's very fun. Also, the ice temple from Zelda Ocarina of Time, because that's the Zelda I probably played the most, and that level's annoying, but it isn't as bad as the water temple, so it's probably the second or third worst temple in the game, I'd say. But it's not that bad. And when you go back as an adult and you have to, thaw it out, it's kind of a cool aesthetic to go through. Also, when I think about games with ice levels, it's always piecemeal, but in Strider on the Genesis. Mm-hmm. A bunch of levels start off in a mountaintop snow kind of level. One, you're running down the side of an exploding mountain. You have a boss fight. You're fighting wolves before you go into a factory, and you fight a giant robot monkey, so that's always cool.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's... Yeah, I think a lot of, platformers tend to have those snow levels where it's, everything's slippery or this or that.
Oh, yeah. And one last one for me is Batman Vengeance. It was on the PS2, Xbox, and GameCube, I think, and PC. And it's a Batman game that's, it's based on the later animated series, but it's one people these days don't talk about a lot, but because of Arkham Asylum and all of that. But to me, that was my go-to Batman game before Arkham came out. It's great, and the Mr. Freeze level and the boss fight is awesome. So that's definitely one that jogged my memory.
Okay. The last thing I'll touch on with these snow or winter levels, one thing it's as we, I think, mentioned multiple times, it's almost mandatory. If you have a snow level, it's going to be floor is slippery, this or that. I actually am kind of almost sad that more games don't take advantage of the fact that it is cold. So if there is some kind of elemental like Tomb Raider did. Like, there is some kind of elemental effect on your player, if that makes any sense. Or, I don't know, if they take more approaches of other wintery things other than the atypical just, oh, there's ice, there's snow. I don't know. That's just, like I said, it's just me kind of trying to throw some shit out there. But winter levels are always a good change, and I don't think they'll be going anywhere. So I'm sure any new game that comes out, if it's a open world or even a multi-level, chances are you're going to see some goddamn snow. So.
Oh, yeah.
And if there's any major ones we forgot, guys, obviously mention it to us. We didn't try to create a list of best or worst here, obviously. It's just we're rattling shit off the top of our heads of the more memorable ones we've played. Okay, so